In this video, we're going to be testing out all the free libraries inside of Flex and seeing if Flex is actually one of the best free plugins inside of FL Studio. I recently brought back my stock plugin series, so if you guys want to see more videos like this, I have a playlist pinned in the comments below. But with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, so I downloaded all the free libraries inside of Flex. If you just go to the store option here, you'll see a lot of paid versions of these libraries, but mixed with all that is a lot of free libraries. So if you take a look, this is actually all the free libraries that they have, which is actually a good amount, and they have like a lot of presets inside of them too. But we're going to start off with the piano because I like to build a melody out with a flat sound. So we'll go to the essential pianos and then just kind of go through these right here. I like the light versions of the presets because they have a softer tone to them. We'll go with the Yamaha C7 Lite. I have the tempo at 133, and then for the key, we'll just do D minor, keep it simple. And I kind of want to go with like a slow, strummed kind of chord progression. So... yeah, I like that right there. We'll duplicate that one over. And then what we're going to do is on the second half, we'll bring it down 5 semitones. And this is an easy chord progression you can do if you're kind of having beat block. It always sounds good. There's a lot of very popular songs that follow this chord progression. If you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll bring it down to A. You see, it just works well. And usually I'll switch out the piano into some type of synth or another kind of sound, but for the purpose of this video and using as many sounds from Flex as I can, I'm going to keep this piano sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy over the root note. We'll keep it simple, just like this. We'll pitch this down an octave so it fills up a lot more of that low end. And then one last thing, just grab all these notes and randomize them. Alright, we're already pretty off to a good start, and I want to still use some type of real instrument sounds. So this whole essential library pack, all the guitars, the pianos, the strings, they're all really solid sounding instruments. So I definitely recommend you checking out those packs. But I think I'm going to go with the staccato one. Here, let me just show you a couple of the other sounds just so you kind of see. See, that's already a pretty good sounding string. For this video, I kind of want to go with some type of staccato, build a counter melody. I kind of like something like this. It's very dark sounding. Just copy that over. And since I want to make a dark beat in general, it's good to kind of have really simple patterns because there's not a lot of complexity in dark melodies. I think on the second half right here, I'm going to add a very slight variation. Yeah, so you see it's a very small variation, but it allows enough change to where it doesn't sound too repetitive. We'll grab all the notes and randomize them. Alright, let's switch it up a bit now. I'm going to add a synth. So we'll go into... I kind of want to try this one. I don't think I've ever seen what kind of sounds this one has. But I want to go with some type of pad. I like this. It has a dark tone to it. You know what? I think I'm gonna do something like this. Just super simple, but it kind of just gives that dark feel to it that I want. Oh. up. Why does that sound so good? Alright, I want to finish this off with one last sound just to have a little more variation throughout the beat. And I kind of want to go with some type of bell sound. So I'm in this Sense Gemini library. And I see that there are a couple of bell sound. Kind of like this one. I might just use this one. Let's turn this down. Alright, now let's throw all these onto a mixer. Alright, so we're going to start off with the piano. This one, I think I'm just going to add some reverb to it. Just make it a little more spacious. And I think just a compressor. Just to level out the dynamics a bit. And I got it at a pretty good level right there. One last thing is just cut out the low end. Alright, we'll bring in that string. And I want this to be one of the main upfront sounds. We'll just cut off all that low end. Now I like how it's filling in a lot of that high end already. We'll cut off a little bit of the mids. You don't want it too heavy where the vocals sit. And then we're going to turn this down. And also I might just add a little bit of delay to this. You know, I actually just picked up this plugin. It's actually free, Valhalla Supermassive. It's a very popular plugin. If you haven't heard of it, I definitely recommend getting it. Like I said, it's free. So, and yeah, it has some pretty good presets on here. I kind of like this chorus one. Might just turn down the mix. I kind of like this sound right here. It just kind of really switches up the sound. We'll just cut off a lot of that mid-range. And then just turn it down a bit. Alright, let's bring in that synth. This sounds so tough. I'm gonna just cut out the low end, honestly. Doesn't really need too much. It's at a good level right here. Maybe just turn it down a slight amount. You can still kind of hear that piano. Alright, let's bring in the bells. This one I do want to sit far in the background. I think right there is a good level. Alright, let's move on to the drums now. We're going to be using my Control drum kit. If you want to check that out, the link will be in the description. I want to add a sub bass first though. Let's go with this one right here. I want to add a little more to it, but before we do that, I want to just boost the EQ a bit. One thing I like to do is kind of add just little variation at the end. You know, I really like that bass line that I had on this string right here, and it makes the bass line on the piano sound off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just delete that, and even though it's not following the root notes of the chords, it still blends well together. So I think honestly just like that, like it just sounds so well simple. Sometimes that's just how it be. Let's add a little bit of distortion to it, just cause wanted to have a little more griminess to it. Alright, let's add a clap to this. Like this one right here. Alright, let's add a kick. I like this one. Alright, I think I'm going to keep it really simple with the kick, not too much going on. Yeah, I think we'll go with something like that. I think we'll go with just a real simple hi-hat. Just add a little variation in it. Let's just add a little triangle at the end. Let's add just a little more to the drums. Yeah, something subtle. I haven't really made an emotional type of beat in a while, but those chords really set the tone for this beat. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you drop a like and subscribe for me. It really helps me out. And all the drum sounds are from my Control drum kit. The link will be in the description. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.